Listen, I don't want to disrespect Artur Beterbiev. They're two of the greatest fighters of our generation. You saw the body language. They were in the corner. They knew they'd lost the fight. 116, 112 to Artur Beterbiev. You gave Dmitry Bivol 4 rounds, they gave Bivol.
Dmitry Bivol's promoter, Hearn, sparks up a controversy as he says his fighter got robbed against Artur Beterbiev. Artur Beterbiev controversially beat Dmitry Bivol to become the undisputed king of the light heavyweight division on Saturday evening, and the official, round-by-round scorecards from each judge have now been revealed. Beterbiev entered the highly anticipated clash in Saudi Arabia as holder of the WBC, WBO, and IBF belts, with victory adding Bivol's WBA title to his collection and ensuring he is the first undisputed light heavyweight champion to hold all 4 major belts since the great Roy Jones Jr. in 2002. But the win wasn't without controversy. Beterbiev was given the majority decision when the judges' scorecards read 114 to 114, 115 to 113, 116 to 112 in the Russian Canadian's favor. However, Hearn thinks his fighter got robbed on the fight night.
This is a joke.
That was far too
wide. It's a 7-5, 8-4 fight to Dmitry Bivol. He was cruising the fight. He gave up some rounds at the end of the fight. They knew the body language. They're telling him in the corner, you have to knock him out
at the end of the
fight.
10th round.
You have to knock him out to win the fight.
That's what we said when we were sitting there.
You know, he's
It might be trying to get a rematch.
Of course. He was robbed of the undisputed championships.
The most controversial aspect of the fight was the 116 to 112 scorecard, a margin that many, including Bivol's promoter Hearn, found hard to justify. Hearn didn't hold back in the post-fight press conference, calling the decision a disgrace and praising Bivol's performance as a boxing masterclass. According to Hearn, Bivol had done everything right, showcasing superior footwork, defense, and counterpunching, yet still walked away without the belts. It's hard to see how Dmitry wasn't given this fight. That 116 to 112 score is indefensible, said Hearn. The judge who wrote that should not be allowed to score another fight. On the other end, his fighter Dmitry Bivol reflected on his journey, noting that he had tried to process his feelings instead of just pushing them away. He recognized that he needed to accept his current situation and be grateful for what he had. Moving forward with this mindset felt like a positive and empowering approach to life.
So much, it's not that feelings which I try to feel. Instead, I'm trying to clean myself from this feeling upset or something like this. Now, I just accepting what I got now. Thanks for everything. I have to move forward.
Artur Beterbiev defeated Dmitry Bivol by majority decision Saturday in Saudi Arabia, winning the unified light heavyweight championship. Beterbiev, 39, showed superior power and left Bivol's face badly swollen under his left eye. Bivol, 33, showed snap in his punches too, but he could not evade enough blows. He's powerful, very powerful, Bivol said. Beterbiev outlanded Bivol in power punches 90 to 86, according to DAZN. But Beterbiev said, "Today, I'm lucky, too." The judges scored it 114, 115 to 113, 116 to 112. Beterbiev handed Bivol his first loss while improving to 21 to 0, but failed to score a knockout for the first time of his career. Bivol fell to 23 to 1. In the first half of the fight, Bivol used quick jabs and solid footwork to establish an early advantage, while Beterbiev struggled to capitalize on his stalking. As the rounds progressed, Beterbiev found his rhythm, landing powerful shots and pressing Bivol against the ropes. But Bivol effectively countered. Intense exchanges ensued, with Bivol's jab keeping him competitive. However, Beterbiev's increasing aggression and power shifted momentum in the later rounds. By the final round, Bivol looked worn, yet fought back, while Beterbiev's dominance led to a tightly contested conclusion. Turki Al-Sheikh watched the fight and thought it was one of the best he had seen in the last 20 years. However, he believed the result was unfair and didn't truly reflect the fighter's abilities.
Beterbiev against Dmitry Bivol. Artur gets the decision. What do you make of it? Hearn not happy.
No, I don't think it is one of the great fights ever I see in the last at least 20 years, okay?
Fantastic.
But I don't think the result is fair.
Despite the uncertainty surrounding an official rematch clause, the post-fight atmosphere suggests that both fighters are open to the idea of facing off again. A rematch between Beterbiev and Bivol would certainly generate significant attention, given the high stakes and the captivating nature of their first encounter. Al-Sheikh claimed that he will try to do the rematch, and says that if the fighters accept the rematch, they will surely do it.
But in my opinion, then I will focus and I will try to do the rematch.
I was just about to say that. We know that you
They
are all
deserve
about
it.
making the
They
best fight
deserve it.
possible.
If they accept, we will do it.
Bivol, known for his poise and technical prowess, accepted the defeat with humility. He congratulated Beterbiev after the bout, acknowledging his opponent's impressive performance. Artur fought a great fight tonight. Congratulations to him and his team, Bivol said, displaying the sportsmanship that has earned him respect throughout his career. Meanwhile, Beterbiev expressed interest in a potential rematch, hinting that a second fight could be in the cards if the right offer is made. If Turkey, Al Sheikh, Saudi Arabia's head of sports entertainment, wants to make it, I'm open to a rematch, Beterbiev said. Bivol himself expressed his desire for a rematch, emphasizing that he wants another chance to prove himself. He believes he could perform better this time around and is grateful for the chance to compete and is determined to improve.
I just want a rematch and that's it. I want to get another chance. I could be better, I know. Thanks for this chance to Saudi Arabia, to Turkey, Al Sheikh. I could win this fight, but I didn't.
Following Dmitry Bivol's defeat to Artur Beterbiev in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, Bivol's ex-wife, Ekaterina, took to social media to express her satisfaction. Ekaterina, who divorced Bivol last year after a contentious split, celebrated publicly by live-streaming her reaction. Karma caught up with this, she declared in her post-fight video.
Все замерли, охренеть.
Все замерли. Мы все замерли.
Артур молится.
Artur Beterbiev.
Блядь, честно? Так тебе и надо, дебил. Вы испугались? Знаете, что обидно? Артур, да! Потому что карма настигла Бивола. Иди к своей Мармаре. Вот мое истинное лицо. Нет, честно, иди к Мармарихе. Я была права.
The couple, who had been married for 16 years and shared 2 sons, has been embroiled in public disputes ever since their split. Ekaterina has accused Bivol of domestic violence and financial neglect, including allegations that he underpays child support, only contributing $1,100 monthly for their children. She has also shared claims about pressure for her to have an abortion and alleged poor treatment by her mother-in-law. In another video, Ekaterina expressed her complete lack of respect for Dmitry Bivol, stating that she couldn't respect a man who can harm the mother of his children. She emphasized her disdain for someone who abandons his kids, showing no concern for their well-being or failing to provide financial support.
I don't have respect at all to a man who can beat a mother of his kids, but more, I don't have respect to a person who abandoned his own kids, who doesn't care about how they live, who doesn't pay.
Her reaction to Bivol's loss has drawn both support and criticism online, with many in the boxing community debating the appropriateness of her public display. Boxing star Clarissa Shields reacted to the video, writing on X, "This some evil here." Meanwhile, Beterbiev's victory, extending his undefeated streak to 21-0, has solidified his legacy, while Bivol now faces questions about his future in the sport amid the ongoing personal drama. This latest incident adds another chapter to the turbulent post-divorce saga of Bivol and Ekaterina, keeping the boxer in the spotlight for reasons beyond his athletic achievements. Suffice to say, the combat sports community had something to say about the result, with some disagreeing with the judge's verdict, some being unsatisfied with the action, and others congratulating Beterbiev for his new 4-belt status. Bivol's trainer, Vadim Kornilov, remarked in interviews that Artur Beterbiev was a true champion, deserving recognition for his efforts to win the fight. He acknowledged that Beterbiev did what he needed to secure the decision. However, Kornilov stressed that when 2 elite fighters compete, the judges and all involved must be precise in their assessments, as even 1 extra round could sway the outcome. He ultimately expressed his belief that the fight should have been viewed as a draw.
Yeah, I've just said in a couple of interviews, Artur Beterbiev was a true champion. There's nothing to take away from him. You know, he did everything he had to do to try to win the fight, and he got the decision. But at the end of the day, when there's 2 top-level fighters fighting each other, when everything's on the line for both, they should be, the judges and everybody involved should be very, very precise in what they're doing. Because, you know, 1 extra round could make the difference. And I don't see this fight being anything less than a draw.
Amir Khan noted that the fight was one of the best, featuring 2 top-tier fighters who were fully prepared. He acknowledged that there had to be a loser, but in his view, a draw would have been a fair outcome. Khan mentioned that he leaned towards Artur Beterbiev, believing he might have edged out the win by 1 or 2 rounds.
When it comes down to a fight, that was one of the best fights. Portugal, both fighters were the best of the best that could be. You can see they were all both ready. Unfortunately, there had to be a loser in there, and in my opinion, it would have been a good draw. But yeah, I did lean more towards offer by when I watched the fight that he won the fight, maybe by 1 or 2 rounds.
Frank Smith commented that he thought the fight was close in parts, but believed the winner deserved the victory. He described one of the scorecards, which read 116 to 112, as horrendous, and stated that the fight definitely warranted a rematch. Smith praised the match as brilliant and amazing, exceeding expectations, but expressed disappointment with the outcome, feeling it wasn't a fair result. He stated, "I thought it was close in parts, but I believed he deserved the win tonight. The scorecard of 116 to 112 was horrendous. That's a fight that definitely deserves a rematch. It was a brilliant fight, an amazing fight that lived up to everything we said it would be and more. What a show." However, I don't think the result was fair. Teddy Atlas remarked that there were many close rounds in the fight, which he believed everyone could agree on. He noted that he ultimately gave 2 points to Beterbiev, but acknowledged the competitiveness of the rounds. Atlas praised the match as a tremendous fight overall.
Very close, a lot of close rounds. I think everybody could agree on that. I had 2 points at the end for Beterbiev. There were a lot of rounds I thought were very close. Beterbiev closed strong and stalled round. But
Conor Benn noted that opinions on the fight's outcome vary. He felt Beterbiev was in control and effectively broke down his opponent, despite Bivol winning most early rounds. Benn observed that Bivol slowed down as the fight progressed while Beterbiev grew stronger. He pointed out 2 close rounds that could have gone either way and ultimately expressed a preference for the fight to be ruled a draw.
Everybody's saying Bivol. You know, watching it, I really think it does come down to what you like. I think Beterbiev is in control of the fight. He's a slow start. You know, he hunts down his prey, breaks his opponent down, and I think that's what he done. I think Bivol won, you know, majority of the early rounds. I think he slowed down massively, and you could see the wear and the tear throughout the rounds as they were going by. And Beterbiev getting stronger in strength. There was 2 close rounds where you could have scored it either way.
Badu Jack stated that it was a close fight, admitting he was rooting for Beterbiev, which may have made him a bit biased. He acknowledged it was a good fight and felt Beterbiev performed well in the last 3 rounds. Overall, he expressed that he wasn't upset with the decision. He stated, "It was a close fight. I was rooting for Beterbiev, so maybe I'm a little biased, but it was a good fight. I think he had a strong finish in the last 3 rounds. He looked good. So, to be honest, I'm not mad at the decision." Beterbiev's coach, Mark Ramsey, noted that it was a very close fight. He mentioned that even at the end, he was telling his corner they needed a knockout, as he wanted to push Beterbiev to fight rather than just box with Bivol. Ramsey believed that Beterbiev won a couple of the last rounds, which he felt was enough to secure the victory.
A very close fight. Even at the end of the fight, I was telling Artur we need a knockout. We need a knockout because I want to push him to fight and not box with Bivol. And I think at the end of like he win a couple of last rounds and that was enough.
Darren Barker described the fight as fantastic, highlighting its ebb and flow and the mix of styles. He acknowledged the subjectivity in scoring, noting preferences for Bivol's boxing and movement versus Beterbiev's pressure. While he didn't score it round by round, he felt Beterbiev won the fight. Barker expressed a desire to see a rematch, stating he didn't think it was a robbery, but believed Bivol had edged it. He mentioned wanting to watch it again, as it was a joy to experience.
Unbelievable fight. It really was fantastic. I mean, it ebbed and flowed. It was a bit of everything. Look, scoring subjective. What do you like? Do you like the boxing, the nice flurries from Bivol, the movement, or do you like the pressure? A lot of the shots were landing on the gloves of Bivol. Look, I personally, my gut was, I didn't score it round by round, my gut was Bivol had won that fight. But look, I just want to see it again. I want to see it again. It was fantastic. You know, I don't think it was a robbery. I felt that Bivol had won the fight, but look, it was one of those. I'll have to watch it back because it was a joy to watch.
Frank Warren describes the fight as closely contested, emphasizing that both fighters showcased their skills. He believes Dmitry Bivol did enough to secure the win, indicating that Bivol may have landed more effective punches or demonstrated better ring control. Warren's view reflects the subjective nature of boxing scoring, where even a tight match can lead to varying opinions on the victor. So what are your thoughts on this? Who do you think actually won the fight? Share your thoughts in the comment section and make sure to subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video.